everybody, we're here at Shoot Smart today to review Ken Hackathorn's Wizard Drill. The drill was designed and developed by Ken Hackathorn to test the skills of those shooters who profess that they have a firearm for self-defense and that they carry for self-defense. Most of us know that 90% of the shooters out there, or those that carry for self-defense, probably don't have the skills necessary to defend themselves in a stressful or potentially dangerous or life-threatening situation. So he devised this test to say, you know what, you probably need to improve on your skills a little more, or you're adequate, keep going though to get better. This test is done in 4 stages. The first 3 stages are done at 3, 5, and 7 yards each, and you get 1 shot at the headspace, this 4-inch headspace here on the target, for each yardage increment. So 3 yards you get 1 shot, 5 yards you get 1 shot, and 7 yards you get 1 shot. And you have 2 seconds to get from holster and to get your shot off. Okay. The 4th stage is pushed out to 10 yards, and you have 2.5 seconds again to get 2 shots into this body space here. And this is supposed to be done on an IDPA target. I don't have an IDPA target with me, so what we're doing today is I'm just using this B27 target from LE Targets, and I just drew a little circle here in the headspace. Now, the scoring works. You're supposed to have all of your shots within this ring. It's inside the ring where it's breaking the line that gives a hit, and it's minus 0 seconds. Right? If you hit inside the space here, that still counts, but it's minus, or you get to add a second basically to your time. And any misses count. So there's no extra space here in the body. Any miss outside here, and you fail. If you don't within your 2.5 seconds frame, you fail. That's the scoring for this test. Imagine if you're somebody who carry a 38 snub nose in an ankle holster, or those ultralights, or featherweight revolvers, even in your pocket. Those things kick like a mule, right? Getting those on target and pressing that trigger largely as well makes things difficult to get those shots off really quick and accurate, right? Or if you carry those pocket pistols, those 380 pocket pistols, those take a lot of practice. You can't get good with those, but those take a lot of extra practice to be able to become proficient with those and place your shots where you need them. The idea is to push yourself, to stress yourself, to push your limits, to see, to make sure that you as a shooter, as a self-defense shooter, get your shots on target quickly and accurately, right? We don't want to just spray bullets and spray and pray, as they say. We want to be able to place our shots, okay? So that's why practice and training are so important. And this is the drill that Ken devised to be able to test that and tell you, well, you need some more work. Maybe work on this or that. Or to say, you're good. Here's some additional development that you could do to improve. Right? So we'll go ahead and I'll go through this. I'll show you guys how it works. We'll get my times. I've got my time here set to that. We'll run through, see how, like you guys, I don't get to shoot as often as I would like. So we'll see how it turns out for me. Alright guys, I've got my target out there for you. Remember, this first sequence, I've only got 2.5 seconds to drop 1 component and put 1 round inside of the 4-inch headspace there, okay? Got my timer ready to go. Do a quick press check. Okay. And then let's go. Alright, 2.14 seconds. That's what we got here. So I'm in the time frame. Write that down quick. 2.14. First stage, and then we push it out to 5. Same thing. I've got 2.5 seconds to get my shot inside of that thing, right up at the top there, okay? Alright, I dropped that one. Looks like I'm cutting the line though. Still inside the headspace. So I may just add on a second to that. I'm at 220. So I got the shot off in the right amount of time. might have dropped that one. So we'll push it out to 7 yards. Alright, same thing. 2.5 seconds to get my shot off. Alright? Alright, inside the ring there again. And I got it in 202. Alright, and then we'll push it out to 10 yards. Alright, same thing. I have 2 shots left, 2.5 seconds to get both shots inside the 9 ring. Alright? See how I did. Alright, so ran that drill. I got the last one in 2:25 seconds, so right under that time frame. So when we're looking at the shots, this was the first shot in the first sequence. That was my second shot in the second stage. Shot, and then these 2 shots made it inside the 9 ring. So not too bad, considering I don't get to shoot as often as I would like. I did drop that one shot. I did want to get that in there, but my other shots were as far as the practicality of this drill, as I said, the drill to test your skills as a self-defense shooter. This isn't necessarily something that you would do as a new shooter right out of the gate. Lots of reasons are because as a new shooter in particular, you're not going to be able to place your groups like you want them. You're still learning the fundamentals, you're still building that muscle memory so you can go out and actually do this. That takes time. So practicality, not very practical for a new shooter. As a new shooter, spend your time developing those fundamentals, drills that will develop your fundamental skills. Right? This takes into account all of those fundamentals and puts them in focus, all at once, into focus, and to tell you what you need to work on. I obviously need to work on my trigger and my presentation. I don't do that enough. Particularly my presentation from holster. I don't get to do that enough. And that's what threw me off here, and a little bit of my trigger. Good skill test, but as I say, not something that you'd want to do as a new shooter, or even probably as an intermediate shooter, lower intermediate shooter. This is probably something that you can do if you've been shooting for a while to see where you're at and how you need to progress. On the practicality scale, if you go to the website, I gave it a 7. That's the mid to upper range intermediate level. It's practical for that, and practical for any more experienced shooter to see where you're at and how you need to develop. There's a couple other things that you can do with this test as well to turn it into kind of a skills developer tool, which I outlined on the website if you guys want to go check that out. Other than that, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Check out the website, and we'll see you next time.